Hello world, this is Chef LB. I hope you all had a very fantastic holiday because I sure did. I hope you just had a very nice time spending time with your families and just maybe seeing people you hadn't seen in a long time. And I know we've been eating a lot. We've probably all been eating a lot of sweet things. So today I just wanted to make something healthy, something very healthy to share with you. Now there are a lot of different ways to make deviled eggs, but today I just want to show you all my techniques. Trust me, I just know through all my heart that you will just love them. So I've just always wondered why they're called deviled eggs, because I searched on Google and I found out that the robe is called deviled eggs because they just had a lot of spice in them. And first things first, of course, as you know, I need to wash my beautifully polished hands. Scrub-a-dub-dub, those hands, oh yeah, scrub-a-dub-dub. Towel, please. Towel. Thank you so much, folks.
Ow!
Now let's get started. Nice. Guys, know that you might think that for this we're gonna use like a lot of boiling hot water, like you'd use for a lot of other stuff like this. But instead, we're just going to start out with room temperature water, and we're just going to put one egg in at a time. And you always want to, and very gently, because if you don't do it if you do it a little bit harder, then the egg will crack, and then it will not turn out to be a very good deviled egg. And we would never, ever, ever want that to happen in this kitchen. No way, folks. 5, 6. Now we're going to turn the heat up and get to some boiling water. Alright, so now once we get it to go into a rapid boil, we're going to turn the heat down for 12 minutes. And now we are just standing here waiting for the boil. You just can't ever rush these things, you know? So now it's really boiling. So now we're going to turn the heat down to a lower boil. And we set our timer for 12 minutes. So now we're going to take this slide spoon, and we're going to carefully take each egg out one at a time and carefully put it into this bowl. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. So now we're going to move these over to the sink. We're going to put some cool water on top. So now we are going to take each egg out one at a time, and we're going to just peel off the shell. Now we have a perfectly peeled egg. I mean, would you look at this? All right, so let's get these eggs out of the water. There we go. And now we're going to take this knife. We're going to cut each one in half. And once we do that, we're going to take this tool. We're going to take the yolk out. Okay, so here we have all our eggs peeled and open, but sometimes some of the eggs may get broken, but that's okay. I mean, they'll still taste good no matter what, and you know that's all that matters. Now we have our bowl of all our yolks that we've taken out of the all the eggs, and now we're going to take this fork and we're going to mash them all up. Mash them up, mash them up. And you always want to use good muscle when you mash up things like this. And now for the most funnest part of all in this entire recipe, we are going to start adding all the rest of this ingredients in to make the parts that the whole thing that we're going to put into the egg. So to start out, we have just 1 spoonful of Hellmann's mayonnaise, and this is like the real kind of mayonnaise that you just could always want to use for a recipe, but any recipe that's very similar to this. And it is definitely nothing but the best ingredients in this kitchen. So we're just going to take 1 small spoonful and put it in there. Now we have, we're just going to do a half spoonful of Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. And that is also another good thing to put into any other recipe that's very similar to the one we're making today. And it is definitely nothing but the best, baby. And now we're just going to add this whole secret ingredient of pickle juice, and we're just going to pour the entire thing in. This pickle juice is also one of Chef LB's most favorite secrets that I am also sharing with all my fans today. And now we're just going to sprinkle a tiny bit of pepper and a tiny bit of salt. Now that we have that in, we're just going to take our fork and we're just going to smash it all together. And if you also noticed since we started that things are starting to get a lot happier now than they were before, I bet you do, and I know just what you're thinking. Happy is always the best. So now we are going to give it a tiny bit of a taste test to see how it's looking. Delicioso! And so now that it's all good to go and it has a perfect taste, it is time to start loading these bad boys up. Now we're just going to take our tool. We're just going to scoop a tiny bit out. And in it will go. Bam! What do you have there? Well, you have the world's most perfect, deliciously deviled egg, baby! And now the very last one, which actually also turned out to be the most deliciously beauty of all. Bam! And there we have it. 12 beautiful deviled eggs, baby. Now for the coup de grace, a little bit of bacon and a little bit of smoked paprika. So we're just going to take a small pinch of bacon and sprinkle on top of each one. Now we have the bacon on. So now we are just going to sprinkle a little bit of smoked paprika onto each one. All right, and there we have it. Now folks, would you just look at these beautiful beauties? So I know just 100% what you're thinking. What a nice and healthy treat to start out the new year with than just all of that badly not good sugar we've been eating so far. So let's give it the ultimate taste test. Yum, yum, hallelujah. Well, that's it for today, folks. I hope you all enjoyed learning how to make a nice, deliciously deviled egg of a nice, deliciously treat to start out the new year rather than a whole bunch of sweets. So thanks. See you then. Adios and yum yum.